Les Correspondences de Dom Perignon, Volume 4, Gestures by Gueorgui Pinkhassov, an amazing Magnum photographer. And this is quite an interesting little corporate brochure, I guess, and very much in contrast to the Magnum Chronicles I've just reviewed, which is about war and death and destruction and another side to being a photographer. And this is the other side of being a photographer, because when I'm doing stuff like this, you can't really, or majority of people can't really fund going off and shooting wars and going off and shooting our own private work and documentaries. And so that's why I feel this is a really important little booklet to discuss, and I just want to show you because it's really interesting and it's very abstract, it's arty, it's very much a Pinkhassov. This is where art meets editorial, and this is corporate, I guess art meets editorial really. This is one of them lovely little assignments you get which pay the mortgage. Let's have a look through it. I have no idea where I got it from. Believe me, I must. There's not even. Is there a price tag on that? Because there's no price tag on there. Normally, if I picked it up at a charity shop, there's a little pencil marking, but there's nothing. And it's a bit of a big thing. It's 9.5 by 12. And if I put an A4 down on that, you can see. Going out of focus, you can see putting an A4 there how big it actually is. And my camera doesn't like that. Right, it goes out of focus. So, yeah, and page-wise, I would say 40, 60, 70 pages. It's got this very interesting dust jacket. And for those of you who don't know Pinkhassov, Pinkhassov's a very abstract editorial photographer at Magnum Photos. He does things with light which are just incredible. He is very, very influenced by art in his work, and he's just an incredibly interesting photographer. In these sort of scenarios, right, I think sometimes photographers might come up with another criticism, when they shoot stuff like that, and this is a shot maybe any of us could take. I get that. And somebody like Pinkhassov goes in to shoot like this, and we're expecting great things because we just commissioned them and we're coming things and stuff. So this is quite a straightforward basic shot. Now, I guess sometimes in the way these things work, he gets maybe 4 hours to shoot everything, even though maybe the client, Dom Perignon, has paid a lot of money to do this. It's sort of shot within an afternoon and stuff, and they're just literally going for the rights, the name, the branding and the buyouts and all the sort of worldwide rights and stuff. So that's why things like this cost good money. Anyway, I'm not going to try not to get too much into that, but I'm just trying to give you an idea that, somebody with Pinkhassov's stature, and you look at stuff like this, it's a little bit, it's not, not the strongest work, but I think it's interesting. I think I really like it. I get this totally. I get why it was happening, and I get on the side of the photographer, like getting this stuff. So it's a sort of icing on the cake, really, for payment and stuff like that. But very abstract. I love that. Look at that. It's all very, almost looks like a 70s Ektachrome, doesn't it? That really sort of Kodak abstract. Look at that. Like little works of art. And I guess and like I've said with other photographers, when you're shooting stuff and you're seeing scenarios happening, this is a really good example of always looking for other things, always observing, looking for shadows, looking for detail, looking for abstract, looking for reflections. And that's what he's doing. He's turned this into the light coming through and everything like that into his advantage, and that's what he's playing with. And he'll have orchestrated some of this. He'll have orchestrated the way they maybe have got the hand there, and it looks almost like an eyelash, doesn't it, from like a surrealist sort of montage or something. But it's a very nicely executed sort of collage in a way of sophistication. I'm just saying these words, I'm not saying it is, but you know, that drinking the quality champagne in a beautiful hotel lobby or very plush surroundings, and it's a sort of almost an exclusive sort of abstract quality to it, isn't it? And again, a sort of classic corporate lens look, but it's out of focus, it's abstract. And I guess, it looks a bit like the world when you're drunk, really, isn't it? It's all a little bit abstract and out of the way, but, you know, I love the way the Stoke's playing with that. You know, it's not about sharpness, it's all about the narrative within the shot, isn't it? What is that? What's the sequence? And say, you know, we've started with a quiet, simple, in-focus shot, and now we're building into a more abstract approach and like almost hazy effect, you know? Like layering here. That could be a poster, could be somebody looking through, and you can see the person there. Look, after a while, let's just bring this down. You can see very carefully, if you look really carefully into that, you can see a person drinking. And again, this is quite sexual. You've got the woman looking a bit submissive with a bottle there, maybe drunk. And then you've got this dominant guy, legs standing here. It's quite interesting. Almost both of them showing the female, the gaze, the submissiveness, and maybe the guy watching and the guy watching again. That's weird. And the abstract. Interesting design. It's all right. I like the design. It's good. I almost feel like there should be paintings on the wall, and I guess that's some of this is resemblance of that. You know, like you could almost imagine these on the hotel walls. You know. From the tables, the ladies pick flutes by their long stems. They breathe in the bouquet, moistening their lips. The glasses are replenished, but there's a trickery in the air. The men throw down their cards. Even the gods have abandoned the table. It is a bit sexualised, isn't it? Very much so. The Queen of Spades. I forgot what that means, the Queen of Spades, but it's maybe darkness. I'm not really sure. A sort of abstract woman shot. Let's look at the way that runs there. Let's just bring this up. Sorry, I didn't realise it was close. That's look at that. That's amazing. And this spreads out quite wide, you know. It's like 20 inches, that. It's quite a bit of work, this. He must have had some great fun shooting this. Lots more abstract. I wonder if this is symbolic here of the ladies leaving, whereas you've got the men playing poker, and then you've got the three glasses here, and that sort of abandonment feel to it. There's a sort of sexual narrative within this, isn't it? Abstract again with the glasses, the arms, and it's almost like a horse's leg there. This is great. This is two separate shots. It feels like one shot. The woman back, the women's playing cards now. It's a fashion shoot, isn't it? I don't really get the cards. Why is there so much card playing? Maybe I need to look back at the sort of text within it. Bubbles linger in the bottom of the glass like vestiges of pleasure. Festive mementos, Dom Perignon vintage, 1993. Just where it was at. Photographs by Kiachi Tahara. So this is another shoot. I see, right. So that was the hotel by Pinkhassov. This is in Hautevillers Abbey, wherever that is. This is where I guess it's made, I presume. And shot in Hotel de Bristol. Text by Sabine Roux. Okay, I just wanted to throw that in there. I think it was an interesting insight into where the corporate world meets somewhere like Magnum Photographers. I've done a little bit on that. I've got some more to show. I have a few little gems tucked away which I'll bring out at some point. I love Pinkhassov's work. I'll find some more stuff on his abstract qualities which I could look at all day. inspires me to look at stuff. The way he sees the world is a little bit the way I see it, and I feel I should be showing that in my photography a little bit as well. I love that abstract aspect. So thank you for subscribing, thank you for watching, please spread the word, and thank you.